Tony King.
Yeah, Ken Thompson.
Ken Thompson, the sculptor.
John Coffey.
John Coffey.
Tom Durkin.
Tom Durkin.
Cathal Hughes.
Cathal Hughes.
Sean Stanton.
And Sean Stanton.
Was that sculpted from one of the autograph photographs, was it?
Well,
It's a job getting him as a young man in the photograph.
Kennedy.
Who Magoo?
Oh, Rick Kennedy.
It's like Lenny, yeah. Modern day.
This is
Disneyland.
Wyatt Hotel and Cobbler's Pub from the new town hall.
Before the French gardens came with their rental gardens.
Google. Yes, you get that.
Change times.
One is just coloured in on the right.
Westport Key 1812.
That's the key.
The big wood.
The quayside and harbour was developed by Lord Sligo for the town of Westport. Up to recent times there was that building, that little structure was still at the quay.
Who knocked it down?
I won't go into it.
Okay.
The famous Bath Hotel.
Who knocked that down, once again?
Which is
Don't
where
say that either.
and for his bath.
Salvaged.
That was a huge industry in its day. You had a hotel here, and you had seawater and seaweed baths beside it, and that was when it had become derelict. That's the hotel, and these were the baths, but there was additional buildings all along there.
Yeah. When was that built? Anybody know when that was built? Or who built it? Or
It was built by the
It was
Westport
built by-
House. Browns built
it was built by
it. It was only on
the
lease. It
Westport
was only
House
on
Browns.
lease to anyone. It was
And
the
the-
bats.
and who had it?
He came from Belfast, and he was the first plumber in Westport Town, so he was the
When it was derelict.
Then there's a photograph there. It shows them outside on a boat, and the man that's in there is Arthur McAvoy, one of the guys that's in it. That's a good shot.
A great shot.
Now, see those two little signs there on the custom house?
Yeah.
One of those is now in the towers. If you go into the towers, where they used to play the music years ago, Tom Burke.
Which one?
There are two kind of, I suppose,
Price.
the prices,
Oh,
if you're land and stuff,
The
yeah.
prices of the
The
tour.
prices of the tolls.
The Harbour Jews.
Yeah, well, if you go in now to the towers, there's one in there.
Would I be right in saying that you had the office, the manager's office, and the workers up behind again?
And up at the back
Up
here.
the back was Revenue Row.
There's the Custom House Gallery.
Someone
now.
told me that, yeah.
There's the Helm, and just at the back there's a laneway going up there, and there was a crescent of houses up here.
It's still there, yeah.
It's called Revenue Row because all the residents there worked for the revenue down here in the Customs House.
And Gill's house was the manager's house.
Gill's house in the pub,
That-
see?
This was Molly Egan's and became, she was an aunt of Frank Gill, the dentist. Frank, the Gills now own this property here. Molly was an extraordinary lady. Winter and summer, 365 days a year, she'd go down to the point and dive in and have her swim. Every day of the year she went for a swim.
And Fergal Hope was the last officer to work there.
Yeah.
I've talked to him.
No, you can see those panels.
All those old warehouses now are, of course, have all been redeveloped, and Coast Hotel is at the end of that block. And these are all apartments here. They were large warehouses. Joyce's of Galway had big woolen stores there for many years, and that fertilizer stores as well.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
The core. See, there's an RIC
That's
barracks
it.
there now.
the home of Major John McBride here now. And now they had him. And inside on the left wall, there's a little bit of history about Morgan and Major John. What name is that on it there?
Honoria McBride.
Honoria.
But see to the right of that, see where the two kids are.
Yeah, at the door.
There was an RIC barracks at the quay.
Oh, that's where it was, is it? Okay.
There was a post
Creel
office.
now.
That's it.
Where the
Well,
Creel.
people could get creed. It's the creed now.
It's the, yeah, the Creel.
Wouldn't the RIC
Famous
be?
idle wall here.
That's a brilliant photograph.
Yeah, I do was.
Tell us about the idle wall.
Guys who go down there, they'll be called down to work in the boats,
boats,
taking
yeah.
stuff off the boats and all that. So if you were sitting there during the day, there was no work. So he was like,
What's the name there, they
I
make?
think
well
it's
paid
Honoria
in.
McBride again, same place again, yeah. Here's the Swiss,
There's
Chalet Swiss on the left.
Chalet Swiss, some might remember the famous
Heinz
restaurant.
Hackler.
Heinz.
Hackler.
There's the Weybridge.
There's the Weybridge on the right, that's right.
Yeah.
And
These were some
Centra.
of the original warehouses out of the quay, where Centra
No.
is now in this area.
there was a mill there too.
Yeah, there's huge warehouses on the right hand side as you go down. That's Gills now down the bottom of the hill there. There's just the bottom of the wall of that massive building now existing. Section of the wall out in front of two large houses. One I think is a guest house.
When were they demolished? Does anybody know?
We're gone before my time anyway.
Oh, well, I remember the length of the 60s and the early 60s. Taking them off, but say it was the 850s.
They were reputed to be the tallest warehouses in Europe.
They are. You're right there, no plan.
As you can see from these, the quay was a hugely important commercial area at one time in the history of Westport.
The man off the top window.
Yeah, same.
Ringing the bell.
That what he was doing,
How? Right.
Westport Brewery, Peggy Brown's.
is it? But that is.
Keys Bar.
Keithberry.
It's not actually
Yeah.
brewery.
The brewery.
Again, the windows are open.
Peggy Brown. That's
The old Pollexton's, Hall's Pollexton's Mill, which was demolished in recent time the property had been acquired by the Hughes family group. And they made 3 applications to get a new hotel built along here, but unfortunately the then owners of the fish meat factory in this location objected to the new hotel being out in front of them.
And this path, this picture here, this is the path into the Bath Hotel.
This
Okay.
was the roadway into
Yeah.
the Bath Hotel. The main block here was the mill. Then there was a residence and manager's house in
The
here,
Weybridge office is there.
and the Weybridge inside there.
John Foy. was
John
the last-
Foy,
John
who married Mary Salmon of John's Row. His father and mother lived there. That's where John was reared. That was the last family to be reared in the miller's cottage inside there.
No, the
You can see here.
the railway line.
You can see here, this is a bridal group who were having their reception in the Bath Hotel down the road. You can see them here now. I think it might be shot of them outside the hotel as
The
well.
railway in the background. The
And the
railway line.
baby early. And you see the railway carriages.
Railway carriages.
There was a light gauge railway line running from the barrier up to the
Where the Towers restaurant is now. there was a rail line from the Quay railway station, which ran right down to the harbour wall to take on board imports coming in by ship, or to unload exports that were going out by ship. You can just see some of the carriages there. And there was a railway crossing in front of the Towers pub at the time. This was the little harbour office. The Limerick Steamship Company had another office here. They were the main commercial operations of trade.
The small boatings.
That boat there, you see there, and one of the boats there is the Elam. It was one of the boats that carried the migratory workers to the Tatty Hopen fields of
Scotland.
That wasn't the Irish shipping.
There's the old facade of St Mary's Church, which was subsequently demolished, and the existing facade put up.
Pity didn't keep it.
Yeah.
Well,
You see some nice close-up shots of now actually at the front of it.
like, a lot of people argue now that it should never have been demolished.
That's so.
It was more in keeping with the architecture of the town than the existence. This is it from the James Street corner. This is St Mary's Presbytery. This was the front of the old St Mary's Church, which I'm old enough to remember. And just as a point of interest, I mentioned about the Quay community. The people of Westport Quay took responsibility every year for the decoration of all the front of the church for the Corpus Christi procession. They spent weeks and weeks creating massive, that have anchors, flower decorations in the shape of ship's anchors draped down in front of the church here, and that have all the railings in front of the church decorated.
Do you remember that one? Do you remember that?
Oh, I do remember it well. And the out at across the road from the Helm now there was a corrugated iron structure called what was the name of the hut. The hut. It was the dockers kind of waiting area that wait there to be called down if they go getting a job on from the stevedores, unload.